Welcome back to What's Happening in Your Neck of the Woods with your talk show host, Dr. Elenora Woods. And today is a special day where we're celebrating. We're celebrating our local and our state and national military men. They protect us all around the world. And today, I'm very honored to have the American Legion Post 0291 Commander in Chief. I would call him Commander in Chief, Mr. Mitchell on the line, Tommy Mitchell. Tommy Mitchell is going to be joining us to talk to us about what the American Legion does and also some events that they're having coming up very soon that you all can participate and support. And I'm not going to steal what he's talking about. So I'm going to let him come on in. Tommy, where are you? Come on in.
I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you and I can see you. And
okay, great.
You all are celebrating a very special lady's birthday. Tell us about your mom. Give her a happy birthday and tell the audience how young she is actually.
Hey,
where are you?
I'm feeling fine, Doc. Thanks for asking. And I will pass those sentiments on to Mom. It's a little bit hot here in Alabama, so she's not out just yet. So she's coming out a little bit later. She'll be celebrating her 81st birthday this year.
81st birthday. You know that's good. You know we got a woo on that. That is awesome. I'm so happy for her. Tell her on behalf of Alton Park Development Corporation and WPTP Radio here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, we wish her a very happy birthday. And I hope her day is filled with all the love and joy that all her kids and grandkids are bringing her all the way to Alabama from probably everywhere. I know it's going to be going down in just a minute. So we're going to get right into this interview so that you can get back to the family. So tell us a little bit, Commander Mitchell, a little bit about what you're doing, a little bit of history about your post 0291, and just what does the American Legion do so that for people who don't know, tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, yes. Our post, we've been charted now for about 5 years, going into our 6th year this year. And so what we do is at large across the nation, we could be found in every state across the nation, in most cities. And what we do is we reach out to veterans and their families and see what they need. We provide resources for them, for it to be information, whether it be assistance in any kind of way. Sometimes we're just a link for them to point them in the right direction in which they need to go to find their information that they need. The American Legion has been around. Excuse me. The American Legion has been around since 1919, and it was formulated. Yeah, it's been around for quite some time. It was formulated for the primary reason because when men was going off to war, they were leaving their wives and children behind. And so, first of all, it started out as a support group for the wives and the children that were left behind. And later on, it evolved into much bigger and better things. One of the best things that most veterans can associate with is their disability pay. The American Legion played a big part in getting the disability pay for military members. So we've been around for a while. We get involved in community events where we can, where the resources allow us to try to help out inside the community beyond the retiree, and try to help other causes that goes on in the communities.
That is awesome. So one of the things you mentioned was helping the veterans get their disability. I know quite a few veterans that are working with the VA, and they are it takes a long time. So if they come to the post, what kind of things can you offer them, or advice or help can you offer them to expedite it? Because some people have been waiting for years to get their disability from the VA. So what do you advise those people to do? First of all, they need to join. They got to join the American Legion.
Yes, they can join, but they don't have to necessarily be a member in order to get the disability. But we would love for them to join. But in the case of their disability, what we do is provide a link as a service. And it is a process. It takes some time, but we can put them into contact with the right people to get the process started. So that's what we would do. And we kind of maybe those of us that are getting getting disability, we can just kind of talk to them about the process and let them know what to expect here and there. So that's basically what we do when it comes to the disability.
So now some of the other issues is housing for veterans. I know
Hmm.
quite a few people who are having problems with finding housing. And they're living with relatives because they don't have a house to
Right.
live, the children or loved ones and that kind of thing. So so is that the same process with disability that they have to go through to get housing? So how does
Well,
that?
just so happened, Chattanooga has been identified as a source for veteran housing. There's a project in the works right now where in the third congressional district, they're going to be developing a housing complex just for veterans. So that's in the works right now. I think the money has been allocated for that project, and they are just looking for the property in order to purchase so they can go forward with that process. So that's going to be something exciting that's coming to Chattanooga area.
And so that's something that the congressman from District 3,
Right.
correct, is working on. Is that Congressman Chuck Fleischman? Is that him?
I
Or
believe
who is the congressman?
I
Congress-
believe it's Chuck Fleischman. Yes, I believe Congressman
Chuck
Fleischman.
Fleischman. We'll get him on the show so he can talk
Right.
about that, because
Yeah.
that is a serious crisis right now. Housing is
Yeah.
a crisis for everybody, let alone the veterans. So
Right.
if it's a crisis for every average day people, then the veterans must be even having it even harder to
Right.
find housing. And they're homeless.
Right.
Some of them are homeless. Some of them
Right.
need mental health. So from the mental health perspective, I think from the folks that I've talked to, it's just knowing who and where to go, and even
Right.
transportation,
Right.
getting to the facility, and then the backlog, just getting in with an appointment. Has that gotten any better?
Yeah. Well, they have what they call now community care. So what happens is that if it's too much of a backlog, then the veteran can seek assistance in the community with a local doctor. So that's gotten better. And I myself, I use community care all the time when I have appointments for this, that, and the other. So it works pretty well with the
And the
local
VA
physicians in the
pays for
area.
that when you have to go outside the VA clinic. So do you have to
Yes,
get a referral from the VA in order to go to another doctor outside the VA, or you
that would
just?
come. Yes, that would come from your primary care provider that you assign through the VA, and they're just your normal primary care. But then if there's something that you need to be outsourced for care, then
Yeah.
they are the link. They are the person that would outsource you out to a local doctor.
Yes. Okay.
Hmm.
So let's back it up. So there is help for the VA,
Right,
and just
right,
navigating through the system is something that can cause a little frustration with veterans trying to get their help, getting their
right.
disability, getting housing, getting medical care. All those
Hmm.
things can be quite complex, especially if someone is having some type of mental illnesses as a result of the military. They sometimes give up. They don't know which way to start. So one way to start, Mr. Commander Mitchell, would be to get affiliated with a post like yours, with your post, post 0291. And that's
Hmm.
what that's your primary focus, is making sure that veterans are taken care of. And
Yes,
there are many other chapters throughout the country. You said they're all over the place. So there
yes,
is no reason for them to feel alone. Is that what I'm
right.
saying? There
Yes,
is help.
ma'am. That's on point right there, Doc Cross. What we do is we provide them something that they're probably used to in the military, which is that sense of camaraderie that we have in the
Yes.
military. So we speak the same language, so to speak. And so
Yes.
sometimes the veterans get frustrated when they're having to talk to doctors and things like that, lawyers or whoever, and they don't really understand their background and things
Correct.
like that, what they've been through and things like that. And they get frustrated. And then, like you say, they give up.
They
So
give up.
what we do is we provide that atmosphere where we talk the same lingo, and we can probably help them out.
Yes, and I wish I had some pictures, because your organization is located in the Chattanooga Civic Center at Mountainside. You all have two suites, and you all provide excellent care and excellent service. I see many people seeking the care, the service, and the camaraderie when you all meet and have your functions and have your
Right,
meetings and just get together sometime. It's just so amazing, and such a good support system for other
right,
veterans who need that support system. And I look at that as a way of a healing process when people
Yes.
have went to war, even those that just went through just whatever they've been through in the
Right.
military, to have your camaraderie, the camaraderie that you all provide has got to be healing. That has to
Yes.
be healing. And that's what I want to let them know is that your organization has been, I would say, has been that link from
Hmm.
veterans who are lost and have gotten discouraged, don't know which way to go, may not have advocates in their family that even know what to do either. That your
Right.
organization is that organization that can take them by the hand and make sure that they get all the care that they need, at least point them in a direction and hook them up with the right people that
Hmm.
they need to be hooked up with so they don't have to do that part.
Right. And it's a
Thank you
safe
so
space
much.
for them too, Doc. They don't have to worry about ridicule or nothing like that. It's a safe space, and they can be themselves.
That I love it. And I want to say, first of all, thank you. And, for serving the country, for everything that you've done, your sacrifices that you
You're most
made
welcome.
for us out here to live in a free world. Thank you for doing that. That's just commendable. We love you. We'll always love you. I always tell you, the military folks have a special place in my heart because I
Yeah.
want one thing I learned is the first thing you got to have is not money, is safety.
Hmm.
When you feel safe, you can think about the other things. But
Correct.
safety is first and foremost the most important thing in this country. And so I thank you for providing that safety because of you, we can think about the other things. And I just want to let you know
Right.
that.
I appreciate
So
it.
tell us about what's going on with your post and how we can help you and give us some information on how we can reach out to you.
Okay. Well, excuse me, Doc. But we got a couple of functions coming up this month. One of them on the 10th of this month, we have a barbecue fundraiser where we just raise money to be able to do the things that we do around the community and with the veterans. So that's coming up on the 10th. And as you know, what them ribs are tasting like, you already know
Oh
that.
my God. And I get so mad because every time I'll always do it on a weekday. And I told you I work on a weekday.
Well,
And they
what we doing is
sell out every time. There's never, not even a morsel of anything left. That food is so good. I'm telling you. So now I'm gonna pre-order. I'm gonna
yes.
pre-order.
Go ahead and put your order in, and I got you covered.
Yes,
So
I
we're gonna
think
be
I
doing that
ordered
on the 10th.
something from a pre-order before. I'm gonna take care of you.
Okay.
But I'm gonna put pre-orders in because it's just that good. I don't want y'all to run out. That grilled chicken is amazing. I hadn't tasted that grilled chicken anywhere in the city, anywhere at any restaurant. It tastes that good. And then the
Yeah.
ribs just fall off the bone. It just fall off the bone. It's just good.
Mm.
So
Thank
one thing about the military folks, y'all can cook. Y'all can cook. Y'all can cook. The food is just so
well,
good.
well,
So,
thank you, Doc. Like I said, we're gonna do that on a Saturday just for you this time, the 10th.
oh, yes, yes. Thank
Yeah.
you. The Lord answers prayers. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Well, August the
Yeah.
10th is on a Saturday. That's what you're saying,
Right.
right? Okay,
August
August
the
the
10th.
10th.
Yes. And then on the 31st, which is be our regular meeting day, we're gonna have a special guest come and speak to us about the military veterans and the Medicare. She's gonna break it down to us about the supplement programs and things of that nature and how we can most benefit from that. Because I just found out about it myself this year, and it's very beneficial to veterans especially who are drawing that Medicare Part A and Part B. So she's gonna be coming in talking to us on the 31st, and we're inviting all the community, not only just veterans, but someone that's maybe just curious about how Medicare Part A and B works, and what are some of the benefits that they could be getting or they could be missing out on. So we're inviting the community as well as the veterans to come out 2 o'clock on the 31st.
2 o'clock on 31st. Now
Yeah,
give us the address exactly where you're
yeah,
located. I know you're here, but for folks that
yeah,
don't know, give them the
yeah,
address and then tell them the complicated, it's not really complicated areas where they
yeah.
can park. Because
Right, right.
there's so many of y'all take up 100 parking lots yourself. So we do have
Yeah,
parking on the south side of the building, the west wing of the building. There's plenty of parking. So just tell them the address and a little bit about where to park, and hopefully you'll have somebody help direct the traffic too.
Right, right. We will. We were located at 701 Hooker Road. As you turn in off of Workman on Wilson, as soon as you cross the tracks, take your left, and there's a parking lot there. To your immediate left, cross the tracks. And then, like Doc said, on the south side of the building, there's additional parking on the additional parking. You'll see the flagpole there. You'll see our emblem in the two windows for the doors. So we're right there on the Wilson side.
Yes. So and if they want to know where the parking lot on the south side, once you go past the railroad track, you'll see the building.
Right.
It's the old historical Pineywood Elementary School building that's been converted. We rebranded it to the Chattanooga Civic Center at Mountainside, and there's another parking lot down by our field that has plenty of parking down there. So we want to make sure everybody knows that there's plenty of parking for you.
Right.
If you get here and find that the parking lot right next to the railroad track is full, just pull on around the building and park on the south side of the building. So that's good.
Doc,
So we got the barbecue going on August the 10th. We got this great presentation with Medicaid to talk about Medicaid Part A and B for folks that want to learn about that. That's going to be fantastic. And then what else you got going on?
well, along with the Medicaid thing, the Medicare Part A and B, we need to have a cutoff on that. So I need to know for anyone that's want to participate or attend that session. I need to know by the 15th of this month, so I can relay that information on the numbers to her, so she'll know how much material she needs to bring with her. So anybody that can be reached at area code 904-705-2422. That's area code 904.
Bottom on the ticker, so that if they didn't miss it. Can you repeat that phone number one more time, where how they can reach out to you if they want to attend the August the 31st Medicare Part A, Part B program that you're sponsoring? What's the number again?
Again, my phone number is area code 904-705-2422. And also, if you need to text me or you need to reach out to me by email, my email address is rdy2rol@yahoo.com.
Okay.
That's
we'll
ready
run
to
that
roll.
across the screen, because for folks that may not be listening now live, we do record our programs and we put all of these videos back up so they can go back and watch it. We are available on Facebook and YouTube, and then we also have Twitter and Instagram. So there's many ways that people can go back and watch this show. This is some valuable information, especially for folks who are struggling right now. If you're a veteran, or I've seen family members of veterans, wives and things like that, or spouses rather, because we have women military folks whose spouses also need support and help.
Right.
So if you are a spouse of a veteran and you need support, this is for you as well. And is there a membership for spouses for your organization?
For spouses, what we're trying to do right now, we have an initiative going on where we're trying to start what is called an auxiliary. And we're trying to an auxiliary, and that's for spouses and other military related members of a family. And what they do is they are in direct support of the post. However, they will have their own president, their own secretary, their own board, the whole works. So we're actively right now seeking military spouses for our posts.
Okay. So when you say talk about auxiliary, are there other posts across the country that already have auxiliary set up that you'll be patterned, or just the first of its kind with your post?
Yes, it'll be set up just like any other posts across the country. As a matter of fact, there's a few of them in our local area, other posts that has auxiliaries already, and we just had one this past month. The auxiliary president come talk to us and let us know what it would take to get one off the ground.
Okay. All right. So for those who are out there, let me explain to them that within any city, there may be several of your organizations that exist. And how many are existed in Hamilton County or say Chattanooga? Because You just are you still the president of the? There's another organization, the main one.
The
I would
Chattanooga
call
Area Veterans it's the Chattanooga Area Veterans Coalition. We're the ones that are responsible for putting on the parade downtown, the Reach across Chattanooga at the cemetery. We're responsible for taking care of all of that. The flags, Veterans Bridge. We see too that the flags are replaced when necessary. So that's a larger group across the city. But as far
excuse me, Doc, let me transfer this phone call.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as posts in the city, there's about 3 or 4 posts inside of Chattanooga. There's another one in Cleveland. So we're spread out in and around Chattanooga.
Okay, great. So so again, just so the audience will understand, your post is located in Alton Park of South Chattanooga, inside of the Chattanooga Civic Center at Mountainside. You have 2 beautiful suites, and you have a nice, I call it a patio area that faces not Workman Road, that faces Wilson Street. They'll see the flag in the middle of the patio area, and they'll see your sign. Y'all, they have done so much good stuff. And the day that you all have the event, depending on how large the crowd is for that day, we may move the meeting if we want to the event hall. We'll know ahead of time. But their suite is so nice. I think it'll be nice and comfortable there. But like I said, you all fill it up with just your members sometimes. So yeah, I mean, y'all have so many people. It's an amazing group of people to affiliate with. So if you're a veteran or if you know a veteran and they're not affiliated, this is the post that they need to affiliate with. And it is commanded by Mr. Commander Mitchell. And his number is 904. Yeah, 904 705 244 2422. I'm just messing this all up. Let me start over. 904 705 2422 is how you can reach out to Commander Mitchell. He is also the past president of the Chattanooga Area Veterans Association. Have that term ended? Or are you still in that position?
I will be in that position up until the parade next year, 2025. Once the parade is ended, that'll be my last official act.
Okay, so as I stated, y'all, this is the man right here. And you want to join the post, this is the post you need to join, because not only is he the commander-in-chief of this particular post, he also holds the presidency of the Chattanooga Area Veteran Association, which is responsible for putting the flags out, the wreaths and all that in the National Military Cemetery, the parade, all the flags across the bridge and all that kind of stuff. They do a lot in Chattanooga. So when you think about the veterans, that's who you're thinking about, this organization here. And then so do the other posts come under the Chattanooga Area Veteran Association, or are you all kind of one big family?
No, the Chattanooga Area Veterans Coalition, that's a separate entity. The American Legion falls underneath the American Legion of America.
Okay.
So
all right. So
those are two different entities. Those are two different things.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I am super excited, Commander Mitchell, and I'm very excited about the activities you all are planning. You got some more stuff that you all are working on that you're going to come back on and yes, and invite the community to. But right now we have those 2 events coming up. One is on August the 10th, and you all definitely come out and support. We've never had a situation where they have not come out and support, because you always sell out of the food. You sell out of all your plates. Ain't nothing left. So if they want to pre-order, they might want to call you now and get the order in. When you pre-order, you got to pay. But that's going to be on August the 10th, and it starts at what time on August the 10th?
We normally start about 10 o'clock, Doc.
10 o'clock in the morning until all the food is gone.
Start 10 until, yes.
10 until all the food is gone. So y'all better get your order in early. I'm telling you, it's going to be, they have never had a sale where they had an ounce of food left. It's always gone. It's just that good. And then on August the 31st, they're going to have a Medicare summit or conference where you can learn about Medicare Part A and B here at their facility as well. And they need for you to call so they can be ready to have the material ready for the crowd that's coming. And like I said, his number again is 704-705-2422. Did I say it right?
904. 904.
I didn't say that right again. Oh Lord, okay. Tell them your phone number. I'm messing up. I think it's going across the screen now, so I ain't got to mess up.
Yeah.
But go ahead and give them your number again and your
Okay.
email address.
Okay, that number again is area code 904-705-2422. Email address is RDY, the number 2, ROL at yahoo.com.
I always say that's short for ready to roll.
That's what it is.
Well, it ready to roll, abbreviated. He got his own stuff going on, his own what you call that? Shorthand,
Yeah.
Twitter,
That's it.
what do you call that? The
That's
young
it.
folks.
I'm not sure what they call it.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm not sure what they
Remember. He
call
got
it.
his own. He got his own stuff going on. Ready to roll at yahoo.com. That's RDY2 ROL at yahoo.com. And so what else is going on, or what else can we look forward to this year going into 2025? Anything that you all are going to be doing outside that you want to kind of give us a hint on that you might be working on, but you can give us a little sneak preview?
Well, we've kicked around the idea of having a community event where we just invite the community to come out and just have a day with us with hot dogs and hamburgers and things like that. But we haven't solidified it as of just yet. That's what day we're going to do that on.
Okay. All right. Well, community event. And that's coming up before the end of 2025, hopefully. You all always have a usually have a ball. Are y'all gonna have a ball this year,
Yeah,
or evening affair?
We haven't discussed it as of yet, but we normally have some around December. So yeah, that's probably gonna be on the table for discussion coming up pretty soon.
Okay. So you all, they have always been there for us. They meaning the military folks. Whenever they have something or whenever they're doing something, we have to come out and support them. People will tell you all the time when they see you with your military stuff on, thank you for your service. They can thank you better by supporting the military folks and the veteran folks. When you all have events, you're still serving the country. You're still working out there for the veterans who need the help, also family and children who need support and help that may not even be in the military. That's what I love the most. They're still doing community things to help our children. That's their second goal. Outside the veterans is to make sure that our children needs are being met in this community. And I just want to thank you again for that. You know, it's just commendable. We love you. We're going to do everything we can. That means buy all your food up whenever you have a cookout, because the money goes to do and support the things that they're putting on. So it's not like, oh, they making some money to like it, I'll split it and go home and, you know, have a good time with it. This money is being put back in the community. They are 501c3 nonprofit organization. Anything that you give is a tax deductible. So we want to encourage everybody to continue to support our military men. That's the Army, Navy, Marine, Air Force. And then I was at the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority National Boule in Dallas, Texas, and learned that you all have another branch that just started that has to deal with aerospace or something. Is that right?
Space Force.
Yes. And tell them what Space Force. I was just flawed. I was like, oh my God, another branch. So tell us a little bit what you know about Space Force. What is that?
Well, Space Force is our latest branch of the service that was added underneath the administration under the Trump administration. And what they're going to be doing is developing technologies that will operate in inner space pretty much. And what they're going to be doing is a secret to me. I just know that it's under development now, and they're developing more technology to operate in inner space.
Yeah, we had some sorority sisters of mine that are already in that branch. They're already actively recruiting and have enlisted people to serve in that capacity. And I'm just amazed at all the stuff that goes on with that particular branch of the military, the Space Force. Yes, that's it, the
Right.
Space Force. And how
Right.
many people are involved with the military out that you don't think about. I mean, we had a huge, I call it like a parade for the
Well,
veterans at our national convention. And I was just blown away at how many sorority sisters are serving in the military or have served in the military that are members of our sorority. So I just want to say again, I'm always number one when it comes to helping and supporting the military because I love you for what you've done, for the protection that I feel, just to know that you all are still out there fighting on our behalf and our family. Thank you so much for serving our country. And we're going to thank you better by supporting. That's what
thank you.
thank people by supporting them. And I offer
Right.
discounts at my dental office. That's what I do for a living for our military. We give them discounts. You know, they'll come in and say, "Do you offer discounts for military folks?" Absolutely. And I think usually people don't realize that they just ask. Most of the places will offer, 10% or 20% discount on the
Right.
services, your restaurants and just
Hmm.
whatever hotels, all these things offer military discount, airplanes, airfare
Yeah.
services. All these people believe in what you do and they give back to you. And I think most doctors do the same thing. So we love
Right.
you so
Right.
much. We love you.
Right.
So if you have any other thing you want to throw out there that we might have missed or I didn't cover, just go ahead and say that now.
Okay. Last thing I just want to close with that we always recruiting. We anybody that has a DD 214 discharge paper is eligible to come and be a part of our group. So we're always in the recruit mode year round. So if anybody out there listening, they looking for a group such as ours, we would love to have you.
Absolutely. We're going to share this all over the world. We're gonna go this particular. We want this to go viral, y'all. If you all are watching or you watch it later, because it is it's recorded. It's being recorded. We're live right now, but it's being recorded. Like this page, share it with all of your friends and family and loved ones all over the country, so that people will understand the value of these men and the services that they're providing with the American Legion, and that they'll understand how much that they need us, like we need them, they need us. So we help each other because we know there's no other, like our country. So great. And the information about how to reach out to Commander Tommy Mitchell is on the screen at the bottom of the ticker here at the bottom of the screen, and also the email. So we want to see him flooded. If you want to come on August the 31st to learn about Medicaid, Medicare Part A and B, then he would like for you to reach out in advance so that they'll have the materials for you and we'll know how big of a crowd to anticipate and expect. We're going to fill it up. We're going to fill it up.
Okay.
It's going to be so many calls. We're going to have to move to the event hall because y'all two suites ain't going to hold enough people. It's not going to be big enough to hold the people. We're going to get them there for you. So
Okay.
I
Great.
want to say today is Saturday. I want to thank our wonderful guest, Commander Tommy Mitchell, for coming on WPTP Radio and enlightening us with what they're doing and how we can help them. And tomorrow is Sunday. So you all know what I say. The Lord has been too good to all of us. So we need to find a church where we can go out and let the Lord know that we love him and we thank him. And if you can't get out to a church, you can always live stream any church around the world, the country, and praise the Lord right from your living room, right from your bedroom, wherever you are, and just give the Lord some thanks. I believe in thanking the Lord every day, all day long. But Sunday is his day. That's the day he gave us to rest. So that's the day we should be at least letting him know how much we love him and how grateful and thankful we are for the many blessings that he's bestowed upon us. And with that being said, my church I want to invite you to is Greater Emmanuel Apostolic Church. where you're invited, 400 Tunnel Boulevard. Any day. We start at 10:30 in the morning, and we want you all to come out. Feel welcome. Feel welcome to come there at Greater Emmanuel Apostolic Church. Pastor Paul Warfield Jr. is our pastor, and you know he get down every Sunday. So come on out. And with that, I will see you all next week. Same time, same place here at WPTP Radio. Y'all have a great and blessed week.